Okay, intro time. Hello everyone, this is GUI448 Extra, aka my second channel, and today we are talking about the next Pokemon anime after Horizons and what that series is going to look like, what are my thoughts, what are my opinions, what am I going to say, all that good stuff. And this is the first time I'm making one of these rant videos, so let me know how it sounds, and yeah, let's get right into the video. What the heck is the next anime going to be about? Like, where are we going for the year 2027? Or if Horizons ends in like a month, and where are we going for 2026? There's been no mention of Ash. Ash is, he's just not, he's gone, and they haven't mentioned him other than in like a few, I don't know, newspapers about his victory against Leon 4 years ago, like at this point. So it happened in what, 2022? Yeah, 4 years ago. Or was it 2023? Okay, almost 4 years ago. So at this point, yeah, it's going to be around 4 years. Ash has not been mentioned since, and I really don't think that they're going to bring him back for the next series after Horizons. I think the next series after Horizons is going to be another new cast, probably similar to Horizons, but with a different story, with new goals. So not treasure hunters. Maybe they're going back to gyms or whatever the new region like mechanics. Because again, like the anime, you know, it promotes the games. Whatever the games is going to be about. I actually am very excited for the Winds and Waves game because it's in a tropical climate, and we haven't seen that since Sun and Moon, which, you know, wasn't that long ago. But I love Sun and Moon because it was nice and tropical, so I hope they capture that vibe again like they did in Sun and Moon. If they do that, honestly, I will not be disappointed in watching the new anime, regardless of Ash being there or not, because we get cool tropical anime back, Pokemon anime back. And I think they would honestly cook with new characters in that setting, more so than Horizons. I mean, Horizons was cool. You got them traveling around like Ash did in Journeys to every region. And so they might do that again for the next series, but I doubt it. I think they're going to remain mostly in this new region. What is the new region called? I forgot the name. I'm just going to call it Winds and Waves because I know it's based off like, what, Indonesia or something? Some place in some tropical area in the world that's, you know, definitely not America or anything like that, or Japan. I actually don't know. I need to look on the map like where this place is, but it looks really nice. I think the new anime could benefit from this region, whatever they're gonna do. A lot of people are saying that, like, you know, speculating there's gonna be a new gimmick, just like there was for the last 3 series, the last 3 games, where you had your Mega Evolution, you had your Z moves, you had your Dynamax. I guess now it's 4, because and then Terras, so that's 4. So this one would be the 5th gimmick. Ooh. Yeah, and people were speculating it had something to do with the clothes, because the Pikachus that were revealed like at the very start had these customized clothes and outfits on, so they're like, oh, maybe it's a gimmick that has to do with clothes, or something along the lines of, I don't know, cosmetic changes. I mean, they've always sort of had cosmetic changes for the gimmicks. Who knows what it could be, but people are kind of like leaning towards it might not be good, so that could definitely tarnish the anime. However, I think that next anime is definitely going to heavily rely on whatever gimmick they're going to do, and also the story of the next anime, because the writers, obviously, of the Pokemon anime are going to know what's going to happen in the games before the games come out. So they've already probably been cooking with the whatever story, so hopefully the story's decent. And Winds and Waves, we can only pray. And I don't know, as for the new characters, like, what the butt are they going to be doing? We just have no clue. I hope that it's not going to be, I mean, it probably is going to be like Horizons though, and obviously without them traveling through a bunch of different places, but it's most likely going to be new characters that we're going to see for the next 3 years for the new region, as long as Winds and Waves is, you know, staying relevant. And then when the next region, Gen 11, comes out, then we're going to go on to a different series. Unless they bring Ash back, or they bring new characters that are going to stay in the anime like Ash did for the next 20 years or something. Or at least more longer than just one generation. I don't know what I prefer. If I prefer having the characters stay around for just a generation like they did for Horizons, or what everyone's assuming they're going to do for Horizons, or if they're gonna have characters long term. When I first looked at Horizons and Liko and Roy, I thought Pokemon they were gonna be like the new Ash, and they were gonna be in the series for the next 10 years at least, or something like that. Or at least, I don't know, it would depend to see, it kind of depends on how well that series performs, I guess. Pokemon, the writers could decide like, oh, if Horizon is super popular, we can keep these characters around for a lot longer than maybe we planned at the very start too. But I mean, I think they just planned things out way in advance before, you know, like they already sort of had their decisions made. I think they made Horizons knowing that it was gonna end within at least 3 to 4 years until the next generation comes out. But I still thought that Horizons was a continuation of, like, it was still gonna be in the same universe as Ash, but I don't think it is because, yeah, they've avoided all reconciliation, like all ties with Ash. They just kind of cut off at this point. They didn't want to show off a Meowth in an episode because people, like, they were saying it was Team Rocket. It was Team Rocket's Meowth, so they cut the Meowth out of the episode. Like, that's how desperate they were, Horizons is, to leave, you know, anything related to Ash out of their series. Which just tells me that obviously they don't want anything to do with Ash, but they also probably are not connected in the same universe, like a lot of us were speculating. We really wanted Horizons to be in ties with Ash's series in some way. However, I think at this point it's pretty clear that that's not the case, or that wasn't their intended case. For the next series though, would they tie with Ash's universe? Or at least, I mean, you even could go back to Horizons, like, yes, while in this series that it might not be their intended reason to tie the Ash universe with the Horizon universe, but I mean, they could do it. They could have like a giant cinematic universe where they tie in like all the new generations Pokemon adventures, like Liko and Roy, and then the future ones with Gen 10, and then it connects all the way back to the Ash universe in like some giant spectacular way. But unless Pokemon gets really desperate, I doubt that's gonna happen. I don't think that would be what they like. I feel like they don't plan that far ahead. I think Pokemon just kind of goes with the numbers, and also just goes obviously with what the games is promoting. And I feel like it's about this point, they've reached the point where they want to move on with Ash. I think, yeah, obviously they realize a lot of their older audience is not watching the newer series because they know 100% that, you know, the newer audiences mostly are just staying around for nostalgia. So I feel like they're trying to differentiate from Ash, and they're willing to sacrifice their numbers to get the newer generations involved with their shows, so that when they get older, then they'll have nostalgia, or at least they're not going to have the same nostalgia with Ash that we did. So like they're just trying to move away from Ash's character, and eventually, you know, give it 10, 20, 30 years. It, like, I don't want to say it, but a lot of people are like, especially the new Pokemon fans in the next 20 years, are not going to be fans of Ash, or at least very few of them are, except for the older people. I'm just talking about the younger people that are going to grow up with these newer series, and most likely these newer series are just going to be like a generation long, unless they bring Ash back. Then that changes everything. But I don't know. I'm still at the point where I think Ash is not going to be back for a while. Maybe, like I said, maybe for a movie. You know, I think they could definitely do one of their spin-off movies, which I know is kind of annoying because it's not canon, but it's something. Like, honestly, I feel like a lot of Pokemon fans will take, you know, anything that they can get out of Pokemon mentioning Ash. Like, any Ash-related something, Pokemon fans will take at this point, because we're so desperate and not like hearing a single word about his existence since he left. I don't know. Overall, what do I think? I think realistically, the realistic outcome, Horizon is going to end either in the next 3 months or the next year. Probably the next year. They're probably going to extend it, and you know, we'll see either way. You'll know in the next 3 months if it's extended or not. And then for the new series, because we just kind of have to wait for Gen 10 to come out, which I said 2027, but anytime in 2027. It could be the end of 2027. I highly doubt it, but it literally could be any time in 2027. But whenever it comes out is when the new anime is going to ship out. And I'm betting on Ash not being present when the new anime comes out, just like it did for Horizons. I think they're there. The new series is going to be there to promote the games. It's going to be slightly different than Horizons. They're not going to travel to every region or at least probably not. I think they're going to stay mostly within Gen 10, mostly within Winds and Waves, whatever the region's called. And they're probably going to have another 3 to 4 year series like we saw for Horizons, where they have like 100 and, I don't know, 30, 40 episodes with brand new characters doing something. Hopefully they go back to like more of the battling stuff. And also the one good thing about Horizons is they did have a decent story, at least at the beginning, with the villains. So hopefully they have some more like serious undertones with the villain organizations actually being threats. And well, I don't know what they do for this like tropical place. I feel like the Horizon storyline was kind of unique because they did travel to every region, but they can cook up something. It's probably not going to be, you know, like the villains like we saw in Horizons, but maybe it's going to have something to do with the new gimmicks. It's going to have something to do with the new region, but we don't know yet because we don't know what's going to happen with the new region. But after the Gen 10 anime, it's probably going to go on to the Gen 11 anime with another brand new set of characters. I don't think they're gonna do long-term characters like they did with Ash. Probably at least not for another, who knows how long series, how many series. But I really don't think that we're gonna see like an Ash type figure for a while. And I also don't think we're gonna see an Ash himself figure for a while. Like Ash himself not gonna come back. Unless we're really desperate. Again, movies, those are always open. The show, I think they're avoiding him purposefully to, basically to forget about him, but also, to move on, to get the newer generations used to this new theme, and also the older people getting used to this new theme. A lot of the people that are sticking around for nostalgia, they're gonna move on. I mean, they're getting like really old now. People are like in their 40s and 50s that watched Ash when they were younger. Those people are gonna not like, they're not involved with the anime anymore. They're not watching Horizons. They're not gonna watch Gen 10 anime unless Ash is back. So they're just kind of there for Ash and also that nostalgia, which most of us, let's be honest, are also doing. But I'm still gonna be interested in the new series. I'm still gonna be interested in the Pokemon anime, as that's like my favorite part of Pokemon. It's the coolest thing to see the actual Pokemon be animated and the characters. But I will be honest, the reason why I came back to the Pokemon anime and why I made content is because of Ash, because what I watched when I was younger and the good series. And when I rewatched those series, I realized how good they were. And so that inspired me to be like, oh yeah, I want to make content about this because it's cool. It's like even at an older age, I thought I wouldn't be interested in Pokemon anymore, but when I rewatched them, I'm like, you know what, it's actually pretty decent. Like even being older, it's still good, which it was surprising, but I guess that's just the influence of Ash. I mean, I still kind of felt that way when I watched Horizons. Like I still thought it was good, especially compared to the Ash seasons in terms of the writing. I thought it was definitely an improvement in a lot of areas, but it just the characters, I don't know, the modern Pokemon characters have not been too great. We saw this with Go. I don't know, they're just, some of the characters are just, they haven't been, like our main characters or our side characters have not been too good recently. I think ever since Sun and Moon, I don't know what happened, but the characters, our MCs, kind of fell off a little bit. Even Ash in Journeys, he was kind of not great. He was forgetting a lot of things, and he just wouldn't always act consistent. I mean, that's just the problem with Journeys itself. It was very episodic. It would go from like him losing to B and being really upset, and then him going to Alola to see his friends again, and then he was happy. But then they're like, oh, we have to continue the storyline. So the next episode, he's sad again. And it's just like, it's all over the place in Journeys. And they fixed that with Horizons, and they're probably going to continue to move forward with, you know, having good continuity like they did in the older series with Ash. But I don't know, we have no idea exactly what's going to happen. And I guess maybe I don't have the most positive news out there. I think a lot of other people are more of like that on the Ash coping side. They're like, no, he's going to return in Gen 10, or he's going to return very soon, guys. I mean, I hope that's the case. I won't disagree with that, but at the same time, this is just what I think based on, I don't know. I mean, it really is my opinion at the end of the day. It's not like I can really base this off of things that we've seen in the past. This is just my feeling, and maybe my feeling just goes against what a lot of other people are thinking, which I guess is a good thing. I'm bringing something different, a different thought to the table. So, we'll see. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Pokemon anime rant. This might not even sound good at all. I might have to delete this, so I don't know. This is like my first attempt. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope your day is going just as good as mine, if not better, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.